हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, नमस्ते नरसिंहाय, प्रह्लाद ने हिरण्य कशिपूर्वक्षः, हिरण्यकाशीपूर्वक्षः शिलाटङ्कानकालये, शिलटङ्कानकालये हितो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, हितो नरसिंह परतो नरसिंह, यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंह, बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह, बहे नरसिंह हृदये नरसिंह, नरसिंहमदिं शरणं प्रपद्ये, तव करकमलवरे नखा अद्भुत सिंहा, दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम्, केशवधृत नरहरिरूपा, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। केशवधृत नरहरिरूप, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। जय केशवधृत नरहरिरूप, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे, जय जगदीश हरे। नरसिंहदेव भगवान की जय, शिल प्रहलाद महाराज की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। थैंक यू माता जी।
हरे कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्ण। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna. Yeah. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Yeah.
जय कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी गोपी जनवल्लभा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोधनन्दन Yamuna Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Third canto, Prabhu. Chapter 27 and text number 20. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya. Narayanam Namaskrityam. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Naram Chaiva Narottamam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Devim Saraswatim Vyasam. Tato Jayamutiraye. Tato Jayamutiraye. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate. Gopesha Gopika Kantharatha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari. Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 27 and shloka number 23. Prakritihi purushasyeha. Prakritihi purushasyeha. Prakritihi purushasyeha. Prakritihi purushasyeha. Ahyamana aharnisham. Tiro bhavitri shanakair agner yoni ivarani. Prakriti purusasyeha. Prakriti purusasyeha. Dahyamana tvaharnisham. Dahyamana tvaharnisham. Tiro bhavitri shanakair. Tiro bhavitri shanakair. Agner yoni ivarani. Agner yoni ivarani. Prakriti, the influence of material nature. Purusasya, of the living entity. Iha, here. Dahyamana, being consumed. Tu, but. Aha, nisham, day and night. Tira bhavitri, disappearing. Sanakai, gradually. Agni, of fire. Yoni, the cause of appearance. Iva, as. Arani, wooden sticks. The influence, translation. The influence of material nature has covered the living entity. And thus, it is as if the living entity were always in a blazing fire. But by the process of seriously discharging devotional service, this influence can be removed just as the wooden sticks which cause a fire are themselves consumed by it. Or what? Fire is conserved in wooden sticks, and when circumstances are favorable, the fire is ignited. Okay. Very nice shloka. You see, the last word in the shloka, arani. I don't know whether you have seen this arani wood in India. Arani. It's a special wood. Even till 1960, 1970, they will perform yajna. So they are not supposed to use matchstick to light the fire. There are some special yajnas which they perform in India, special havan, where you cannot use a matchbox or lighter or whatever to light the fire. Okay. So what they do is there is a special wood called arani. In Kerala, they say arani. Arani, that's a special wood. They bring that wood and they will have another arani wooden rod. So they will keep churning it, rubbing it. When they keep rubbing both the woods, after some time it will catch fire. And that fire they use to light up the havan. You know, you must have all seen havan. We use the lighter, you know. They are not supposed to use that. So they rub. So here the shloka says, fire is hiding inside Arani. Yes or no? Yeah. Even our body, we are made out of Panchabhuta. We know there is water inside this body. We know earth is there. We know air is there. Sky is there. Is fire inside this body? Yes. Yeah. There's temperature. There's fire. Right? So, like the whole creation, these five elements are there. And here Krishna is saying the soul is like a fire. Soul, Atma, is spark of the splendor. It's a tiny spark of fire, Atma. Now, like the clouds covering the sun, we are also covered by three levels of dirt. Bhagavad Gita clearly explains. We are covered, we are in, sometimes Maya covers us in three levels of dirt. One is fire around the smoke. Sorry, smoke around the fire. Second level is dust on the mirror. Third, baby inside mother's womb. Like that, there are three levels of dirt. You remember what are the three levels? Yes. Smoke around the fire, then dust on the mirror. The womb is covered. Yeah, the baby inside the womb. Some people are already sattvic, you know, they get up at morning for 5 o'clock. They go to temples. They do this havan, that havan. They are already vegetarian. They already know Vishnu Sahasranama, that thing, this thing, that thing. Right from here. They're already sattvic. When they come to Krishna consciousness, you just tell them chant Hare Krishna, they take up chanting, immediately they progress. Because their platform was already very good. It is like smoke around the fire. You just blow the smoke, the fire comes out. Some people, right? Like our Prabhuji, already sattvic. So you give them little Krishna consciousness, chuck, chuck, they catch up. You know, some people, they are blessed. We have many devotees like that. They are already doing things. What is the second level? Ah, dust on top of the mirror. You blow, it will not go. You have to take a cloth, put little energy and wipe it. Then only it will get cleaned. For some people, Maya is little more thick. They're eating meat. Sometimes they're drinking also. They've never been to temple. Bhagavad Gita. Acha, Bhagavad Gita. Oh, this is that Rama Sita story. They don't know anything about Bhagavad Gita. Have never seen Bhagavad Gita in life. There are many people like that, right? Many. For them, you have to put little effort. You have to clean them, wipe them. Immediately, the dirt will not get cleared away. We have to put little energy. Sometimes we are like that. I am from Kerala. Kerala to full meat eaters and all that thing. So there you have, it's like dirt on the mirror. We have to wipe a little bit. And the third stage, baby inside mother's womb. You blow, you cannot see. You wipe the mother's womb also, you cannot see. Whatever you do, you have to wait for the 10 months so that the baby will come out. Some people are in so deep Maya. You preach, it will not work. You take in nothing. They have to be in this process for 10, 15 years. Then slowly they'll take up Krishna consciousness. We can see all these kind of people, you know. Some people are already in bhakti, just you give them little direction, they catch up. For some people, you have to give little association. For some people, you keep giving them prasadam, holy name, and wait for the 10, 15 years so that they'll become devotees. So we are in which category? Smoke around the fire, or dirt on the mirror, or baby inside the embryo? In which stage are we? Little tough to say. You are that? No, bro. So the same question once the followers asked Jesus Christ. They asked Jesus Christ, like you are giving the same message to everybody. You are not diluting it. Whether you see a rich man, a pure man, a impure man, a drunkard, whomever you see, you give the same message. Worship God, praise the God, always think of God, same message. But why? Some people become immediately followers, and some people, after listening to you, after being with you, still there is no change. You know. So immediately Jesus Christ was steadied. He put his hand inside that cloak's pocket, and he took sesame seeds. Till. He took sesame seeds. And he divided it into four. One portion he put it on rocks. Another portion he dropped it on the dirt. Another portion he dropped it on the road. Fourth one in the fertile land. So the sesame seeds on the rock did not sprout. In the dirt, it sprouted, but there was no use. On the road, even though it sprouted, the vehicles were moving, people were walking, animals were walking, it was crushed. But in the fertile land, it grew nicely and it was cultivated. So he said, I give the same instruction to everyone, but it depends on the fertility of the heart. If the heart is pure, it is like I drop the sesame seeds in fertile land, it immediately grows up and people are benefited. But some people's heart is like a hard stone, it doesn't grow. For some other people, the story is different. It doesn't grow. So he explained how he divided sesame seeds in four categories and dropped it in four different places and how people got benefited. So Bhagavad Gita says very clearly, there are these three levels of dirt covering this. Even though soul is very powerful, it's like the spark of fire. So it is very important. Prabhupada gave this analogy of a woodcutter. A woodcutter, he had an axe. Very smart, very skilled person. First day, he chopped some 5 trees. And after 1 week, he got his skilled were even better. So he chopped some 10 trees. Then further, he chopped 20 trees in a day. He became so smart. Then after a few months, from 20, it came down to 5, 10, and he was struggling to chop even one tree. What happened? Initially, it all went up nicely. Then the graph was declining. He couldn't even chop one single tree. You know why? Know why? What could be the reason? Axe got blunt. He forgot to sharpen the axe. You know? So in Krishna Bhakti, it is very important for us to teach ourselves. Go back to the basic questions. Sometimes being a devotee for so many years, the axe becomes blunt. Why did I come here? What was the purpose of me being in this call? Am I sharpening the basics again and again? Am I chanting properly? Because we have got the tendency to be lethargic. When you repeat the same thing again and again, after some time it becomes monotonous. You lose that sharpness. Like people working in the machine. After some time, they become so skilled, their consciousness is not involved there. Hands will be going automatically and he will be doing. His hands got synchronized with the machine. Without his presence, the work will be going on. Like we all drive car, you drive car. Are you consciously aware that I have to press this pedal, that pedal, and somebody immediately comes in? Are you consciously aware, oh, that car is coming in between? If I don't put my brakes, apply my brakes in this 60 miles per hour, I will go and hit. Do you think all those things and apply brake, or your foot just automatically presses the brake? No. We are not aware. We are not consciously involved. What happens? Our body gets synchronized with the machine. And that just goes monotonous. We may be speaking over the phone. We may be thinking about our office, about the pending job, everything. But your hands and legs are synchronized with the machine. It happens. Same thing happens in bhakti. After few years of chanting, the fingers and mala get synchronized. Like you do with the machine. The fingers get used to the beats, your beats, because you're chanting for 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. So the beats are there. And I'll be thinking, oh, what I will do in the afternoon, but the beats are moving automatically. In 7 minutes, all the 108 beats will move, whether you chant or not. Because the fingers got synchronized with the beats. And I'll say, Acha Prabhu, aap kaise, how are you? But the beats are moving here. And you are 16 mala, so fast, I finished. You didn't chant me properly. And the lips also synchronizes with the mantra. The fingers got synchronized with the beats, lips got synchronized with the mantra, but I am not involved. Like you drive a car, hands are synchronized with the wheel, your legs are synchronized with the pedal, everything goes automatically. But I am not involved. In the same way, japa also goes automatically. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. This goes here. Exactly 7 minutes, all the 108 japa is over. But I am not involved. My consciousness, I am not attentive. Does this happen? Happens regularly. So it is always important to go back, to always get connected to basics. That's why Prabhupada's small books are very, very important. We go back and read all those books, chanting 16 rounds is important. We think, I know all this instruction because I've been listening to this for so many years. But going back and sharpening the axe, these things are very important. And if we don't do that, then complacent mind just becomes complacent, lethargic, and we skip. And sometimes we don't progress only. We are stuck in the same place. And the mind doesn't accept the admit. It doesn't admit our own mistakes. Just go on. Then what happens? Our senses are so good. We easily find mistakes with others, but the mind is so stubborn, it will not find mistake with our own selves. You know, One day, one man, husband thought, my wife is not able to hear properly. Uh, She has some problem with her hearing capacity. Maybe she is growing deaf. He thought like that. Then he told his wife, better we should consult a doctor. But the wife did not agree. So this man went to the doctor and said, my wife is growing deaf. She is not able to hear properly. How much ever I scream, sometimes she doesn't respond only. What to do? The doctor said, very good. You bring the patient. Let me check. You bring her. The husband said, I'm telling this daily. I'm telling her to go to the doctor, but she doesn't listen. She is telling that I am deaf. So she is not coming to the hospital. The doctor said, okay, then you do one thing. You find out at what distance she could hear and at what distance she can't hear. At least check the examine the distance. Accordingly, I can treat her. Then husband said, okay, that I will do. So evening he went to the house, opened the door, and he saw his wife is doing something in the kitchen. He said, honey, I'm back. What is there for supper? No response at all. So he understood she couldn't hear. Then he walked another 10 steps closer to her. Then he said, honey, I'm back, my dear. What have you made for supper? No response. Okay, she couldn't hear. Then he went just close to the kitchen. Then he said, my dear wife, I'm back. Have you made anything for the dinner? No response. Okay, she's not able to hear. Then he went and stood right behind her and said, I'm asking, I have been asking again and again. 3 times I have asked, what have you made for dinner? Then she said, I have already answered 3 times what I have made for dinner. So who is actually deaf? This guy was deaf. And for so many years, he is thinking his wife is deaf. You know. So this happens with the mind. Mind, after some time, builds its own wall. It will not allow any instruction, you know. This is something very dangerous in Krishna consciousness. After few years, the feeling of I am in Krishna consciousness for 20 years, 25 years, 15 years, I'm senior. Then what happens? I'm not open to any correction. I am not open to any instruction. I become very stubborn, you know. So that is the third level of dirt what we are discussing about. The baby inside the embryo. We have to simply wait for the time to pass. Then the baby is. So here in the shloka, Kapil Dev is saying, the soul is always powerful. But what to do? Like the clouds covering the sun, the dirt covers the Atma, and the Atma could not reveal itself. So that's a beautiful lesson from the shloka. So if devotees have any questions, you are free to ask, or we'll catch up in the evening.
Maybe
Yeah.
host can unmute everybody. There is Amardanda Prabhu has a question.
What's the question?
He raised the hand. Hare Krishna, let me check.
Any question?
Namaru Prabhu, can you unmute everybody? Namaru Prabhu, can you unmute?
Hare Krishna,
Amardanda
Prabhuji.
Prabhu.
I didn't use. I didn't mute
Can you
anybody.
unmute? Amardhan Prabhu has a question.
Oh,
Hold on, I'll do it. Hold on. Post tools.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance, all Guru Shri Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Prabhu. Very excellent class. Prabhu, my question is regarding these three stages of covering, and depends if the person is sattvic in nature, then he can spontaneously or immediately take to Krishna consciousness. Now, we at the same time learn that bhakti is causeless. Bhakti is always causeless. It's not based on an effort. However, if a person is doing all these sattvic activities, coming on that platform, and then he takes to Krishna consciousness, then there is, some kind of cause which brings him to bhakti. So how do we reconcile these two situations, Prabhu?
Prabhupada met Gaur Govinda Maharaj in UK. Gaur Govinda Maharaj of Bhubaneswar. Maharaj passed away in 1996. So Prabhupada met him for the first time in UK. Then immediately Prabhupada called him and said, "Get ready, I'm going to give you first initiation and second initiation on the first meeting." Because Gaur Govinda Maharaj was already in a Vaishnava family, practicing bhakti, already worshipping Radha Krishna, things were like that. Even though bhakti is costless, there are some devotional costs behind that. One is, sadhana, kripa, and karma. These three things have got a slight influence on bhakti. One is kripa. I may be completely unqualified. And if a great acharya like Prabhupada thinks at heart, let this person be a devotee, Krishna, please make him a devotee. Immediately that person will become a devotee because he's getting kripa of that acharya. And the second is sadhana. Somebody understands chanting the holy name is the greatest thing, and he keeps chanting regularly, sincerely, he also gets bhakti. Or some bhakti program which he has done in his previous life, karma, that can also continue in the present life. Even though bhakti is costless, which is true, still these three factors influence it. The three factors are: one, our karma. If we have done something in relation with bhakti in our previous life, that karma. Second, a great acharya gives us blessings, that kripa. Third, if we are chanting the holy name sadhana, these three things play a role in bhakti because these three causes are also bhakti only. Like you exactly asked, bhakti is costless. There is no material reason, no reason can be a root for bhakti. Bhakti is costless. But the Shastra says bhakti can be cause for bhakti. Bhakti is causeless in other sense, but bhakti can be cause for bhakti, and that happens in these three tracks. Either by kripa of great Vaishnava, or we must have done some amount of bhakti in our previous life, or because of chanting the holy name, sadhana bhakti. So these three will have a slight influence in our bhakti process. Okay, Prabhuji?
So, Prabhu, will it be correct to understand when we say bhakti is causeless means no material cause, but there could be
Yes.
spiritual cause?
There
Okay,
could be bhakti cause.
bhakti cause.
Like breaking coconuts to Ganesh ji will not give me bhakti,
Hmm.
right? But I went to a Narayan temple unknowingly, I offered a flower to Lord Narayana Krishna. That could be a cause
Hmm.
for bhakti. So, bhakti is
Yes.
causeless, but bhakti can be cause for bhakti. Is
Got
that
it.
clear, Prabhu?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, thank you very much, Srila Prabhupada.
That's right.
Yeah.
Srila Prabhupada, one time a devotee asked for Srila Prabhupada, how can I chant more?
Yeah, by chanting.
My sister
Yeah.
said, okay, by chanting more you can chant.
Many times devotees have asked this question, how will I improve my chanting? How will I do this? Then Prabhupada used to say, how will you make your handwriting better? Like somebody's handwriting is very poor, you know. So how will you make your handwriting better? By writing again and again. So chanting will be better by chanting again and again. Chanting itself is the cause for chanting. There is no other shortcut. Thank you very much. Yeah. Stop looking for
All things.
People always said that we should not see from negative effects of it.
yeah.
So, the thing about, it's called, I feel that ego take.
Yeah, at this point we were discussing talking of days. So we were discussing this point. Bhagavatam uses the word doshainya drik. We are conditioned to see dosha in life. We are trained like by material janmas after janma. Like we have a Bhagavatam class now. You had a nice darshan. Then you get prasadam. When you are about to leave back home, you trip and fell down in front of this doorstep. Now you go back home and they ask you, how was the program? What happened in the morning? Which one you will convey? Will you convey the darshan or Bhagavatam class or about food or about the fall? So the mind is designed in such a way, it registers only the negative things. That has become a habit. And Garuda Puran says, for every blame you do on somebody, once when we go back to the judgment court of Yamaraj, we have to eat one leech. Leech, for every blame we do. For criticizing a person once, we have to eat one leech. So Yamaraj felt bad because there was one guy. From morning to night, he was blaming people. That has become his habit. Every day he will criticize his wife, his children, this, that, blah, 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 keeps on blaming. Then Yamaraj felt that this man is doing so much of mistakes. So Yamaraj went and told, Are, what you are doing is really great sin. You are digging your own grave. Once you die, you will be forced to eat 1,000 leeches in hell. And this guy got scared. Yamaraj, do something. I can give you 2 extra coconuts, do something, solve my problem. Then Yamaraj gave an idea. You do one thing. Every day wake up, take bath nicely, put all fresh clothes, go and sit under a palm tree and drink milk. It's a traditional olden days India. Take bath, wear fresh clothes, go to a garden, sit under a palm tree and drink what? Milk. I don't know whether you know the scenario. What people will think in olden India, under a palm tree, people drink toddy alcohol in those days. They take alcohol, toddy, directly from the palm tree, sit under the palm tree and drink. You know about it? Yeah. But this guy was drinking milk. So what people will think? Oh, morning, this guy is not after taking bath, sitting and drinking this thing. So whoever mistakes him, Yamaraj was transferring one leech from his account and giving them. Giving them. So his account was getting neutralized. Right? So finally one day his wife came and said, what is this nonsense you're doing? Morning, sitting under this thing and drinking. He said, okay, you take the balance leech also. So we should not comment or interfere in those things where we are not responsible of. It is explained beautifully in Mahabharata by Narada Muni. Krishna and Rukmini ji, they were playing dice one day. When they were playing dice, Krishna said, Rukmini, you are so sweet. You have never seen me in your lifetime. And on your Swayamvara, I just took you away. And you loved me so much. And you came with me. And Krishna was glorifying Rukmini Devi, and Rukmini became so happy. Suddenly, Krishna Bhagavan changed the whole topic. Rukmini, how could you leave your parents and run away with a stranger like this? And you have never met that person in your lifetime. Your parents have loved you so much and brought you. He started hurting her. And she was having hot tears. She did not know why. Initially, he glorified, now he changed the whole thing ulta. She was really feeling pain. And at that time, Narada Muni came. Krishna said, Naraji, please stop. You be the judge. Now you tell me, whatever Rukmini had done is right or wrong. Ran away with a stranger, is that right or wrong? Narada Muni is in a fix now. What he can say. So Narada said a beautiful shloka. Guru has the right to find fault with a disciple. Husband has got a loving affection with his wife. He can say whatever he wants. Who am I, my Lord? Hare Krishna. He left the place. Guru can find fault with his disciple. Husband can taunt his wife. Who am I in between? He just walked away. So, in this whole creation, only Yamaraj and Guru has got the right to find fault. Only because they are the authorities. Guru can find fault in a disciple, and Yamaraj can find fault with anyone he wants. Right? For us, because we are all part of sin. I make 90 mistakes, somebody makes 89 mistakes. The man who makes 89 mistakes is finding fault with the man who makes 9. What is the difference? So that's dangerous. So by chanting Hare Krishna, by listening to Bhagavatam, especially reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, we will slowly become offenseless. Hare Krishna. Yeah.
I also heard in one class that I'm just getting some context, but I forgot how the name and the story. There was one that is very sincere, like Bhagavat kind of, and so we used to do some things that people will, drafting him, but he will be like
Great personality.
great personality, but maybe he was doing for this spiritual problem.
Yeah.
So
That is allowed in different level of sadhakas. They are called Babajis. Like Jagannath Das Babaji, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji. They are a different level. Because when these Babajis, for example, Jagannath Das Babaji, then all big wealthy men, they will come, pay obeisances, and they say, Babaji, please bless me, all that. But he was not at all interested in material life. So what he will do? He will go and sit inside a stool house and chant so that nobody will approach him. He will wear all shabby, dirty clothes so that nobody will come. That is a different level which we won't be able to practice. So we just respect and admire and For that. There are those kind of people also, different levels of Babajis. There was one Babaji called Vamshi Das Babaji. He will sit and eat with the dogs, with all the cats. They will be eating and he will also eat from the same plate, like that. But that is all we can't even think about. It's a different level. They are Paramahamsas. They are so high, they can do anything they want. You know, like,
In the case of people trying to fall,
yeah,
somebody say it out
yeah,
and he's fall. Somebody keeps in the mind.
yeah.
Somebody exploited, utilized, maybe physically
Yeah.
abused. So how do we?
Yeah. Physical, verbal, all these things get very serious effect. Mentally, in Kali Yuga, it's okay. If you are in Satya Yuga, and I'm thinking bad about this particular devotee in Satya Yuga, even thought will have a punishment. Luckily, in Kali Yuga, only in action we have punishment. But what happens, we know, thoughts lead to action. If you think of bad about the devotee for some time, automatically, unknowingly, it comes out. So it's very important. Like Raghunatha Das Goswami had a sadhana. He will pay namaskara to 1,000 Vaishnavas every day. Every day, 1,000 pranam. It's a very good exercise also. Right? So, but Prabhupada has designed, morning after Tulsi Puja, we have Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha. So, suppose 10 devotees live in this temple. And every day morning after Mangalati, all the 10 pay obeisances, the tiny, little bit of friction and things we have in the heart will get cleared up. Small things everybody has because we are human. But we should take care that it should not grow and take a big form. Yeah, Prabhuji.
We all want to be devotees of Krishna.
Yeah.
We think we want to do always good things and we want to be obedient and all do good things for others also. But many of the situations in life, in day to day,
Yeah.
it provokes us to behave very differently with the others.
Yeah.
Even though we follow this chanting and Krishna consciousness, sometimes we have to control the situation, means we have to behave differently. So how does it affect us actually? Because
Definitely it will affect.
it is becoming a habit after some time because we are unable to control or manage the situations.
So that shows that we are a little weak in that situation. Tests will always prove the level of consciousness. Like I don't know whether I told you the story of Socrates. Okay, some satsang we had. Socrates was a great philosopher. Socrates. He spoke about Atma also. Only thing he did not touch the topic of God, but he spoke about soul, death, and all. In those days, he was a great philosopher. Every day he will sit and discuss with his friends. Like Prabhupada used to, before starting his call, Prabhupada will call some friends and discuss Bhagavatam. And Socrates' wife was so irritated by this. This man, useless and he all the time sitting and talking all the spiritual things. And she will get irritated, make noise, yell and sound, scream, all that. And one day she went out of control. She came with a huge can of water. And this Socrates was sitting and talking with his friends. She came and dropped the whole can of water on his head. Socrates was so calm, he said, till yesterday it was thundering and today it rained. See the level of mental control to say that. Imagine we were there in the situation, what we will do. We will react worse, right? This is real spirituality. So we know. Like we say, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarureva Sahishnuna means what? Learn the art of tolerance that we have to learn. Initially, when we do good sadhana, first stage, you commit mistakes and you repent. This is the first stage of correction in sadhana. Like you fought with somebody, then you think, I shouldn't have spoken so badly. I shouldn't. You commit mistake, then you repent. First stage. Second stage, you will be repenting while committing mistakes. You know I should not do, but you will be doing. And the third stage, you will repent before mistakes. Then you will be able to stop it. If you do good sadhana, slowly mind goes through these three processes. Repent after mistakes, repent while doing mistakes. Third stage, repent before mistakes so that you will stop it. Sadhana influences that way.
The last one is confusing. Repent before.
What you feel like, this Prabhu fought with me, I'm going to give him back, and you go, and the mind says, no, don't do it. Yesterday class, you heard that, you read it in that page, and then you walk away. Right? Even though the action was not that, but mentally you were disturbed. Then you will go to the fourth stage, you will think, Arey, chalo, every day the world is like that. Krishna has created a variety. Prabhuji, you scolded me, no? Thank you so much. It was so sweet of you. Right? Sometimes happens.
This is because of the false ego, probably.
Yeah. Yes. The feeling that I lose my power, I lose my control, I lose my superiority. Mind will not accept. That is what happens in old age. I was the boss. I'm the controller of the house. The whole finance was with me, everything. Now I have to take permission from my children. My own property. Children will say, don't go. I will come and take you. You'll be better. Mind. That's why you see elderly people and all, why they go kaput, why they go crazy. Because I was the boss. Now everything getting snatched away. Why in India mother-in-law and daughter-in-law fights? I know this boy. I brought him up for 30 years. He's my son. Suddenly one lady coming and interfering. Psychology will not allow. This is what happens. That money. It happens in ISKCON also. Suddenly one leader is changed. That's a beautiful story, amazing story. 20 people went on a ship in ocean. And there was a tornado, heavy cyclone. The ship in the wreckage hit storm, and they all jumped in the ocean. Somehow they wanted to save themselves. They swam and went to an island. No man's land. There's nobody. These 20 were screaming, help me, help me. There was no one to help. 1 day or 2 day or they were starving. So one guy said, what to do? Point of screaming. Let us find something, whether we get it to eat. So they found out some berries, some wild fruit. They chopped some wood, made some shelter, and they started living there. Went on 6 months, no external help. They got used to that place. They were living and all. This guy was like guiding them and all. And one day they found the ship going. So all the 20 screaming, save, save, save. And the ship people also saw some people in the island, But this leader saying, we are so comfortable, why should we leave the place? No, he enjoyed, he started enjoying the position of leadership. All the 19 wanted to go back, But he is telling, why should we go? All fine. Right? Out of nothing, mind will become the boss. That's why the power, it's also dangerous.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. Let's give a big applause to Prabhuji.
Thank you all very much for joining. Please join for today's Sunday Feast program. Yeah, in person, 6:30 to 7:30, 5:30 Tulsi Arati, Prabhupada Arati, and 6:30 to 7:30 is the class, Lord by Sunday Feast, Love Feast. Yeah. And October 6th to November 5th is Damodar Kartik Urja Vrata, fasting from Varaddal. Today is also Amavasya, Pitru Paksha is there. First primary duty for all of us is to serve the Lord and Guru. Then offer after that. That is our duty daily. Daily, that is our duty. More than anybody else. Because who brought us into this consciousness? That is our Acharya Sri Prabhupada, our spiritual master, and Guru Varga, or advanced devotees who are helping us to practice properly. So we should first offer to them gratitude, and then you offer the results and whatever else, whatever else you want to offer to the Guru, to our Pitrus. That is the proper way to do. So, yeah, we should follow Sri Prabhupada's guidelines. This, okay, there's the quick answer. Govindas, if you like to order, let us know. govindasnj.com. Upcoming so many festivals during Kartik. If you like to do any Kartik program, Kirtan program, you don't need, we can help you in prasadam making or anything. Please just let us know. One of us can help you any day. Weekday also is fine. Okay, thank you very much. Hare Krishna. See you all in the evening. Hare Krishna. पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यस्य कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत गौर वैष्णव की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्णा।
हरे कृष्ण। राधे राधे।
Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna. Hare
राधे राधे।